Hello, it's Friday night and it is time for ESC Fan TV. Yes, we are on the road to Turin, and tonight, me and my panel of guests are going to be looking at 5 fabulous entries from Ireland, Georgia, Australia, Portugal, and Germany. We can't wait to share our views on these with you, and also we can't wait for you to share your views too as well. I can already see there are loads of you chatting away in the chat room. If you are a chat room virgin, drop a message on there. Loads of them are on there. They'll make you feel right at home. Already, we've got a good evening to Vanya, to Lee, to Tristan, to James, to Georgina, to Tracy, to Dan. There's loads of you on there, to Anya as well. And we look forward to getting your comments throughout the show as well. Also, it goes without saying, doesn't it? Don't forget, click that like, comment, and subscribe button, get the notification bell, and you can find out when we are live next as well. Without further ado, let's introduce my panel for this evening. First of all, massive hello to my co-host for the evening. It's the lovely Jo. Good evening, Jo.
Oh, hi, Tom. Oh, I'm so looking forward to today, especially with there's some 5 really good songs today, definitely.
We've got some crackers there, haven't we? Also joining us and sporting some superb t-shirts, if I must say. It is the lovely Phil and Michelle. Good evening to you, Phil and Michelle.
Hello. Yes, we're wearing the merch, available at reasonable rates.
We had to pay for this as well. Anyway. It wasn't free.
Yeah, but look at the love you're getting for it in the chat room. Look at this.
Oh, thank you.
People love it. Lee wants an ESC Fan TV t-shirt. All you need to do is go over to Redbubble. You'll find it on there, Lee, and you'll be able to buy your own one there. Georgina also loves it as well. Also, it's a massive good evening to Thomas. Evening, Thomas.
Good evening, guys. Let's talk some Eurovision.
Yay! Massive good evening to David as well. Hey, David.
Hello, good evening, Europe. Good morning, Australia as well.
This is also true. We must not forget Australia. I think it's probably about 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock in Australia, I reckon. I'm going to hazard a guess. I'm sure someone from Australia will pick me up on it later. And also, it's a really good evening as well to Harry. Good evening, Harry.
Evening, guys. Thanks for having me. Very much looking forward to tonight. It's been a while, so thank you for having me.
Do you know what? Great to see you as always. And yeah, really looking forward to tonight's songs. So, without further ado, guys, let's get started. The first song off the taxi rank this evening is Ireland. Yes. Who could disagree with Ireland having a place in the Eurovision Hall of Fame? They've won it 7 times, admittedly not since 1996. This is Brooke. She's going to be performing the song That's Rich in semi-final 2, and she's going to be performing 10th in there. Ireland haven't actually qualified for the final since 2018, and before that, they hadn't qualified since 2013. But do you know what I've got down for this? Contemporary Euro club bop. I reckon it could do really well in Turin this year, and let's hope my panel agree as well. And do you know what? I'm going to go straight to Harry on this one. What's your take on this year's Irish entry?
Oh, exciting. So I actually like the song. Whether I think it will do well is another story. I think that semi-final 2, it'll be tough to get out of that one. I think that it could potentially get swallowed up with some of the other acts that are in there. And I think it will be on the cusp of qualifying. I would love it to go through. I personally think it's a good enough song, but I'm on the fence on this one. I think it could potentially just get forgotten about with some of the other songs that are in that semi-final. But like I said, I like the song. I think it stands out to some of the others.
Are we going to see you on the Euro Club dance floor dancing to it?
Absolutely, especially after a few tequila rosés. I mean, I'd sing to anything, to be fair. But I like this one. This is a toe tapper, so I don't mind this one at all.
Awesome, loving the positivity. David, what is your take on Ireland's entry this year? Do you reckon she needs to change out the pajamas she wore for the Irish national final?
Absolutely, but I think she has a very good concept. Even though the Late Show was not a good example of stage, but she has, the choreography is good. But the problem is for her, I think the song is very good, but semi-final 2 is kind of a tricky one to predict. But I have my hopes for her. She already performed in Barcelona. She got to do all the Euro parties. Very excited. And actually, she also exudes charisma. She's also one of the young artists. I think she will do well. I think, but let's see if the staging is right, because we know, Ireland doesn't have the luck in the past. But I think with Brooke, I think they have like a little bit of potential to go to the qualifying route and do at least going to do the best.
Yeah, do you know what? I totally agree with you as well. Loving some of the comments in the chat room, by the way. Nice comment about the live vocals. Now, someone who's going to be able to attest, I think, to Brooke's live vocals could be someone who might be in the Two Brewers tomorrow night, and that's the lovely Joe. Joe, what are you looking forward to the most about Ireland's entry?
Yeah, I mean, you're right, Tom. I mean, I will. Yeah, she's going to be at the Two Brewers. She's going to be at the Kano gig tomorrow night, and of course at Sunday at the London Eurovision party. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to hearing those vocals. I'm also looking forward because I think she's quite infectious. She's a really good. Her charisma is amazing, and I just think she's going to ooze it on the stage, as you guys have said. And I do honestly think, and that's what I'm most looking forward to, is actually seeing her interaction with the crowd and everything, because I think that will put her in, sort of give us some good practice for, for the real thing in May. And in all fairness, I do agree with every comment on there. Everyone thinks that there's a really good chance she may qualify, but everyone's not 100% sure. And I do think her charisma with the crowd will be the deal breaker, personally.
This is true. Now, two people that ooze charisma anyway are Phil and Michelle. Phil and Michelle, Sean's actually put here, hope she doesn't turn up in her pajamas. Would you mind if she did? Do you reckon that could bring the charisma to the performance?
I don't know. I mean, I think the big thing, I mean, I like this song, don't get me wrong, I like this song, it's a good bop, but it's all going to be about the performance with this. She needs to be able to sing and dance and get the crowd going.
That's rich coming from you.
But yeah, it's a good song. She needs to perform it well. And I think that, that might be a challenge for anyone. I'm not putting her down personally, but
I think the sound that we all heard that's been doing the rounds, everybody sounded bad that night. The sound was just bad.
Oh, it's Barcelona.
Yeah. It was shocking, absolutely shockingly bad. Whereas when she won for Ireland on the Irish show, she sounded all right. So she can sing it. She can sing it well. She needs to nail the choreography. I bloody love this. This is like my guilty pleasure. And you sort of find yourself in a car going, that's rich. And it's like, yeah, you bastard. That's rich. Go on. Yeah. And everyone's felt like that. And I think it strikes chord with every woman that's ever had some, just a bloke that's a bastard. And I think she's going to quali just on the youth ringing up because men are bastards.
Oh, cheers. Thank you.
There we go. There's a vote for the patriarchy, if ever there was one. This evening. Thomas, wrap this one up for us.
In total general, I agree with everyone here. I think she has to, in my opinion, she has to practice her vocal a bit. I'm not the biggest fan of her voice. For me, she sounds off key a lot of times. For me, also, she needs to practice her choreography. She needs to change the outfit. But maybe if she can deliver some powerful performance, maybe she can come through. But it definitely borderline for me.
Hey, so Thomas has started it off. Guys, we need to get the thermometers out. Yes, we're fantastically low-tech around here. So, very simple. If you are a new viewer to the show, all we do is to predict whether a song will qualify. We use our thumbs. Thumbs up says, yes, we think this is a definite qualifier. Like that in the middle suggests borderline, and thumbs down says we don't think they're going to qualify from the semi-final. Play along at home in the chat room as well. Throw your emojis in there. We'll be displaying them as well. Panel, are you ready? First thumbs of the night. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, let's have a look. We've got 2 thumbs down. We've got 3 borderlines. And yeah, Michelle, you only count once, my darling. You know that, don't you? And we've got 2 thumbs up for Phil and Michelle. In the chat room, it seems to be a bit of divided opinion as well there. Tristan's thumbs up. Chris, thumbs down. Georgina's borderline. Stuart's going in the borderline, although, Stuart, that's an interesting emoji to use for that type of thing. Vanya is thumbs up as well. Anya's thumbs down. And sorry, Anita's thumbs down. Lee is thumbs up. Anya is thumbs down. James is thumbs up. George is thumbs up. And Dan is sitting on the fence. It's an interesting mixed bag for our first one. But guys, we move on. And where are we off to next? I hear you all cry. We are off to Circus Mircus. Yes. Look at those wonderful people. Yes, we are off to Georgia. Performing 5th in semi-final 2. Circus Mircus are singing the song Lock Me In. Now, Georgia actually haven't qualified since 2016. In 2016, they came 20th in the grand final. They got the best ever placings in 2010 and 2011 when they came 9th. I've got this down as a happy song. The music video dropped today. After the show, guys, take a look at it. It is absolutely bonkers. In actual fact, one could even suggest that that music video could be up for a Michelle and Phil absolutely, totally and utterly bonkers award of the year. So let's go straight to them first.
Lock me up.
Lock me up, lock me down, lock me in, lock me out, lock me sideways. Circus Mircus. Oh, I bloody love this song. It's fantastic.
I've never seen him so excited.
It was great. I mean,
take me to the spaceship, take me to dance class, take me to the spaceship, take me to dance class now.
The music, I think there's like a bit of a Frank Zappa sort of element to how it's structured. You know, it's sort of discordant and offbeat and everything. The lyrics, I don't even know if they mean anything or not. They're crazy, but I think it's a great song. The video's just dropped. If you haven't seen the video, have a look at it. I think this, if it stays right, and I think it will be, this could be a bit of a surprise. And I think this will do well. It's fantastic.
No, it won't. I love it. I absolutely love it with every fibre of my being. But you know the rules that I have? There's not enough words in it, and it's too repetitive. So it can't qualify on those rules. But oh my God, I would love this to qualify. The staging is going to be absolutely mental. I've no idea what's going on with it. I played it in the car today for my 3-year-old grandkid, and he bloody loved it. He loved the video. We put the video on as well, didn't we? When we got back. And he was like, it was all over it. So if a 3-year-old can work a phone, then they're laughing, they're in. They'll win it. They'll win the whole thing. It's bloody brilliant.
Yeah, I suppose the question is, and I'll go to Joe on this, is it going to get 12 points from the UK jury again?
I don't know. I think it's going to get 12 points from a lot of juries. I'm not going to lie. It will qualify. I've got absolutely no doubt in my mind that it will qualify. I mean, you know, I think if we have a look down some of the comments, I think a lot of people are agreeing it will qualify. And even Tristan was thinking he'll get, you know, we'll definitely get 12 points on the UK. So I don't know. I mean, it's just brilliant. It's just absolute sheer brilliance, isn't it? You know, it's catchy. It's a lot of fun, and it's. I don't care if there's not a lot of lyrics in it. The actual music and the musicality is brilliant. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's give it all 12 points. Let's start a petition.
Hey, start a revolution.
Revolution, Georgian revolution.
As long as there is a circus involved. Thomas, are you on board with the carnivale atmosphere that we are creating here?
I actually like it. Everyone will be surprised that I like it, but I actually do. I think the big question will be how the staging will be. The staging for this song, it could mean Crash and Burn or Fly to Heaven. I definitely think the staging will be colorful, crazy, all over the place. If they can perform it well, I think they can go through.
Yeah, do you know what? And I think that is it. I think performance will be everything. Steve's just put in the chat room. Chris, you've nailed it. Very Gorillas comment of the night, and that's in response to this one. Circus Mircus is a bit Gorillas in it. Harry, were you a fan of Gorillas?
I didn't mind them, but I don't want to be that guy that's going to piss on everyone's parade. But I don't like it. I think hate's a strong word, but it's one of those where it does nothing. It gives me no emotion. It doesn't make me happy. It doesn't make me sad. It's just one of those where I think it won't qualify. It's not strong enough to qualify. And I know this sounds really, really harsh, especially after the rave reviews that everyone's given, but it's just, in my opinion, there is, it's probably in the bottom 5 songs for me personally. But if they deliver it, if they're exciting, they can do a lot with that staging wise. It can be a big performance, but I still can't see it qualifying. But yeah, sorry to be that guy.
Oh, can I just reply to that? Can I just say that Harry, I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
You prefer me when you couldn't hear me, I'm presuming.
I have to say, Harry, I do think you are possibly in the minority, but this is what we love. We love the variety of opinions that we get throughout this, and you've got some solidarity from Georgina as well, who's backing you up all the way there.
We've got to stick together, haven't we?
That's it. Lots of people say, sheer fun, amazing staging. Ian reckons could knock this out of the park with a good performance, lots of fun, really catchy. Martin reckons it's going to get some jury love. Says we have no idea how this would be staged. I'm not convinced. Given that video, I think, maybe we've got some hints there. Lee says it won't qualify. Banya says it will qualify. And Stuart just thinks there's a lot Georgia can do with it. David, wrap it up for us.
Okay. Georgia, I think the staging is going to be creative because they are a very creative artist. We've seen from the video clip, it's very creative. This made the creativity points will make them stand out. It's one of the points that stand out for them this year. But this song can be in this on the sites because we know it's going to be casual viewers watching this. It's going to be a lot viewers watching this. So depends on staging, how they could deliver vocally, how they're going to do. I think the televote maybe is going to love because if the stage is going to be created, I think the televote probably will have some attention to the juries. This will not really do well in juries, but it comes to televote, I think this will be one of the televote's impulsors. But I really hope for Georgia to do well because they are in this run of bad form. They tend to do well in Eurovision, but not well in Eurovision. They have to do this. They have to turn this around.
And you know what? I think you're right. They could turn everything around here. Lee's put, if Austria came 6th in 2003, then I guess anything is possible. For younger viewers, and I have to admit that, unfortunately, some of us aren't as young as we used to be, me included. Look up Austria 2003. It's absolutely, totally and utterly bananas, and you will love it. I am sure Michelle and Phil have this as a permanent fixture on their playlist. Martin says it's the best chance Georgia had since 2016 to get to the final as well. I mean, even Vanya says that it'll do a midnight gold and qualify when no one expects it to. I don't know. I think we may be calling this here. So, guys and people playing along at home, get those thumbs at the ready. What do we think of Georgia's chances in semi-final 2? After 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, we've got 4 thumbs up. We've got 2 borderlines, and oh, I'm sorry, Harry, you are on the panel. You are a thumbs down of 1. Let's see what the chat room have to offer. Someone please tell Stu it doesn't matter how many thumbs up he puts on there. It only counts as 1 vote. But we have thumbs up from him, Chris, Vanya, Dan, Tracy, Dr. Ross, Tristan, Fernanda's sitting on the fence, Sean is thumbs up. And I am sure there's going to be, as soon as I stop talking, there will probably be some other thumbs up / thumbs down coming in already. Let's give a shout out to John Boy, who agreed with Harry's comments earlier. And also, Fernanda did kind of agree with Harry's comments as well. So, Harry, you have got some kindred spirits out there when it comes to this as well. And we can see there's a few more thumbs up and borderlines coming through, with one exception. Guys, time to move on. Where are we off to next? I hear you cry. It's time to go down under. Yes, Sheldon Riley. Representing Australia this year with the song Not the Same. They're performing in semi-final 2 as well. They're going to be performing 8th. It's a meaningful ballad. Now, Australia last year was represented by Montaigne with Technicolor, and they didn't qualify for the first time last year to the grand final. I think they're hopeful that Sheldon is going to overturn that this year with this really meaningful ballad. But let's see what the panel think. And straight away, I'm off to Thomas. What do we make of Australia's chances this year?
There's no doubt the guy can sing. He sings it amazingly good. For me, it's just a little bit too much. I'm not the biggest fan. Yes, he can sing. Will he qualify? Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure. I don't have so much positive to say, so I better shut up.
But do you know what? Positivity is always appreciated, but Thomas, we know variety of opinion is also just as much respected on this show as well. Now, Harry, you were looking for something meaningful that kind of, pulls on those heartstrings and things like this. Harry, is this ticking any boxes for you?
Right, so now I'm definitely going to sound like the Grinch, but I think he's got a good voice. I think it's a good song. It starts very well, but it just doesn't. I just feel it doesn't go anywhere, and it doesn't stick out for me. Now I think he's in the trickier semi-final. I think it will do enough to go through. Personally, I think it will get enough jury votes and televotes to go through. But I think top 10, top 12 in the final is realistically where I think it will end up. But like I said, don't mind it, don't dislike it, but it just doesn't really do much for me. So sorry to let you down again, Tom.
Yeah, but do you know what? My aim is to find something this evening that is going to actually just kind of, maybe just kind of tease you in slightly with some positive feedback, Harry. I'm making it.
Okay. Well, I won't ruin the surprise then. So
there we go.
Keep a poker face.
Hey, this is what I'm looking forward to. Now, comment in the chat room. The headgear is distracting. Phil and Michelle, obviously, last year Montaigne performed via video performance. This year, we know Australia have opened up their borders. Sheldon will be in Turin. He's actually doing some of the pre-parties and stuff as well. Do you think the headgear needs to stay on, or do you think the headgear needs to go to elevate this performance to the next level?
I think it stays on too long because he does whip it off at the end.
No, I disagree. I think the headgear is part of the performance. I think the headgear is great. and I've got a great voice. But like a lot of other people in the comments, I'm just struggling with this song.
I don't think it matters if he can. I think the
You
whole
know,
point is that you
but-
can't see until the end and he reveals
Yeah,
himself.
But
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, it's about being different, and the headgear works with that. My problem with this song is it's just one long, like, howl of despair, and it's not celebrating. It's not saying, I'm different. But,
look at me,
but now
I'm
at the
fantastic.
end,
I'm amazing.
fantastic.
Yeah.
It's just one long whine.
Yeah.
And that's where I struggle with it. And it's a shame because he's got a fantastic voice.
Yes, he has. It's a
But
good message.
it's a great message, but I just don't think there's anything positive sounding about it. And I think that's where, he's missed a trick a little bit.
Yeah, it's all a bit too intense for me. He just takes it too far. He needs to say, yeah, look, I was different, blah blah blah, and all this, and struggle.
But now look at me, I'm fantastic.
Yeah,
it's not like
he needs to bring the fantastic out earlier because he is fantastic, but he needs to not dwell so much and just bring out the positive and be there and do that.
Yeah.
And I think it just takes too long, really. And it is far too intense. It's like I can feel his eyes sort of piercing into me, even with that thing on his face.
Yeah.
It's too much.
It just doesn't quite work for me.
But apart from that, I love it.
I think, right, I totally understand the headgear, right? I totally get it.
Yeah.
The only thing that I think, in some ways, I get what it adds to the performance and things like that, but it does, in my mind, create a barrier between him and the audience. And I know in some ways that's part of it, and I understand where it has the place, but at the same time, it would be nice if they found some way around it, because I think it's a really meaningful ballad. As you said, I absolutely love the message of this. Absolutely fantastic, and so on and so forth. But I just think he could do a bit more on it.
Yeah, and there's not enough positivity about being different. That's the shame.
I think he's missing a trick with this.
He's just complaining about how he's treated for being different, but there's no real positive thing at the end. Really.
I mean, Joe, let's bring you in on this. What are you thinking with the headgear?
Well, okay, I think it's part of the performance. I really do. So if it's what he does, that's absolutely fine. I don't have an issue with the headgear. As far as the overall performance, though, I just think that the song isn't strong enough, if I'm really honest. I don't, the chorus is just, shouty, too repetitive. It's a little bit the song's self-indulgent. And I'm not having that as a negative comment on him at all, because I think he's a brilliant singer, and I love the fact that he loves Eurovision. I love the fact that he was so happy he won. I mean, you know me, I buy people, and I know, and I'm going to love seeing him tomorrow night and Sunday. But I just think that I just don't think the song is strong enough at all, even with his amazing performance. But headgear wise, if it's his thing, let him do it. I don't know, it's not my thing, but if it's his, that's fine by me.
Hey, and David, wrap it up for us.
Okay, I think, of course, we know. I think the mask is his trademark. Is trademark. He wears it. It's part of his artistry. But I think the song, I think the song is really very well instrumentally, but lyrically misses something. But we have to imagine, I think the stage is a little bit darker, because we saw in the Australia side, I think the performance is a little bit dark. I think if increases a little bit of the lighting, I think he will do well. I think is a good singer, can sing very well. We know that, but we have see if it's going to do staging wise, because the voice is there, the song is kind of good, even though yes, a competition semifinal two. We have Poland, we have Azerbaijan, so that's made the competition. But I think Australia will do well, but depends of the package will be presented.
Hey, thanks for that, David. And I think you're right. And I think what's going to be quite interesting, given the fact that he's performing tomorrow night at the Two Brewers alongside Brooke at the Kano gig, also London Eurovision party. I think he's in Amsterdam next week as well. I'll be interested to see whether the headgear is on or off, or how long it stays on for. And I reckon that'll be quite interesting with the performance as well. As Thomas says here, God, I hope he gets good staging. And I think we all do. For all of them, we want them to have the best staging possible, because let's face it, these guys have worked so brilliantly hard at putting their songs across and things like that. You know, they have a lot invested emotionally into these songs, and we always want them to give the best account of themselves possible. So 2 songs left. Where are we off to? We are off to, Phil and Michelle have reminded me, thermometer. I nearly forgot. Whoops. Right, thermometer, guys. Good job I don't have a script, isn't it? Right, okay. What are we thinking? Will Australia qualify? Thumbs up, in the middle, or down? After 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we've got 4 borderlines. 1 thumbs down, 2 thumbs up. It seems to be a mixed bag all over, guys. I'm looking at this. Dan's on the fence. Andrew's thumbs up. Vanya's thumbs down. Lee's on the fence. Chris is on the fence. Martin gives it thumbs up. Anya's on the fence. Tristan's thumbs down. Who even knows what Stu's doing, to be honest? Georgina is thumbs up. Ian is thumbs down. Sean's on the fence. Anya's on the fence. Tracy's on the fence. Thomas is thumbs up. Fernanda's on the fence again. Do you know what? I think we're going to call Australia far too close to call. But we do wish them all the best, as we do for all of them in the contest as well. So, yes, now we can move on. Next up this evening, we are off and heading to Southern Europe. It's Portugal. Portugal obviously won the contest in 2017 for the first time ever, and came 12th in 2021, last year, represented by the Black Mamba, where love was most definitely on their side. They're performing in semi-final 1. They've also got 10th spot. And do you know what? I quite like this one. This has definite charm appeal as far as I'm concerned. It's MARO, MARO, M-A-R-O. And to be fair, I'm not going to embarrass myself by butchering the pronunciation. I'm going to leave David to do that instead. David, what are you expecting from your home country this year?
Okay, MARO. I have very, very good hopes for her. This yesterday, or I think it was 2 days ago, she announced her chorus. She will have a chorus. 3 from the, I think it's 3 from the original. She brought Diana Castro and Yanis from Delicação, so he brought some from this her colleagues with her. Seems to be good. The song, when I talked to the during the Festival Canção preview, on the final preview, the staging was kind of, she was alone, but now when in the final Festival Canção, she elevated. I think the addition of chorus was a very nice touch, a very, very good touch. And I think this elevates the song. I think we can do well. Some people are saying we can be dark horses. I think there's a potential to be dark horse for us. Let's see if MARO can do. I think the stage will be very simple, very simple. I think we'll not be seeing a lot of changes to the performance. She is a very calm singer. She doesn't have a very high voice, nor low, and also the song has meaning. I think she can do well. I think in semifinal one we are between Moldova and Croatia. I think that's a good spot for us because we know Moldova is going to do the bonkers performance, and also Croatia kind of in the same level of Portugal, but more forgettable. So we have potential to qualify, but let's see if MARO can be produced 100% and do like I see some similarities to the Black Mamba, kind of good. Good. I can see it's the same level result as Black Mamba for her.
I know. Do you know what? And I think it's going to be a beautifully understated entry with an element of class and quality. I think similar to what the Black Mamba actually delivered to us last year, which I thought their staging last year, Portugal's staging last year, was absolutely, totally and utterly spot on for what we were expecting. Now, let's go to Joe on this, because Joe, I know you were a massive fan of Festival de Canção this year, and you were listening to all the songs. Lee's put here, Portugal is not giving me what I want from Portugal. But, I mean, do you think that Portugal are almost reinventing Portugal at the moment and kind of subverting what we would expect from them, and to undergo a Portuguese renaissance, if you would?
It's a funny one, really. It's difficult to say. I mean, you know this already, but I've been a big fan of Portugal and the Eurovision for a very long time. I mean, sort of in the 80s, I was a mad when Portugal was like one of my top 3 or 4 favorite countries. Every single year, I loved their entry, and so I mean, I love this song. It's like, yeah, I did. Festival de Canção was class. I mean, I stopped up. I watched the whole thing. Every year, I love it. I can't say that every year I like the winner. I mean, I loved last year. I didn't like the ones before. But yeah, I just think this is going to do really well. I don't know about reinventing the country. I think this is going back potentially to some of the really good entries that they had in the 90s and the 80s, where every year they do something different, but a female singer singing a lovely ballad, they've done that before and they've done really, really well. This is very understated. It's not powerful. It's not like some of the artists that have been in the past. So it'll be really interesting to see how it's perceived. I think on the night, as you say, could get lost. Certainly after Moldova, everyone's buzzing and still going, hey ho, here we go, and everything. And they need to then calm down and start listening to the melody of this one, and it could prove a little bit difficult for them. But I hope she qualifies. I love it. I absolutely love this song.
Well, do you know what? I think it has real potential. I'm going to pull up Tristan's comment here. I'd like for them to do the same as in the church, all sat around with guitars. And I think that would be quite good. Martin suggested that 5 singers on stools might lend itself to a lot of viewers going for a drink, etc. But then I think sometimes if you've got something at the very start that captures the attention and you grab it, then I think you can make it work. It's just a very careful balancing act. Harry, what do you reckon?
I actually like this one. You'll be pleased to know. Finally, here we go. We made it.
Hey.
I think it's a beautiful song. I think it's pure. It has meaning to it. I mean, I love the Portuguese language anyway, so I think it's beautiful. I did a little bit of research on it as well. And by research, I mean I typed in Saudade on Google. And it means longing and nostalgia. So, but I mean, I love the song anyway. I don't think you need to do too much with it, really. When you have a song that's so pure and it's so simple, you haven't got to do loads of stuff around it. And I think it will fly through the semi-final. I think it's in the better semi-final, so it'll be easy for them to get through. I think it will do well in the final. I think it is a dark horse. And yeah, I think this could be a shout for possible, top 5, top 6 perhaps. And I think once we start seeing the rehearsals, I think the odds will come down on them quite a lot, to be honest. And you could really start to see them push on. But like the song, I think it's beautiful, and I think it will do well. You would be pleased to know.
Hey, do you know what? It's just lovely. It's lovely to hear you be so positive.
Thought I'd make a change.
Hey,
Tom, just a moment, because I want to answer to Lee, because Lee put this like the and you said the Portuguese renovation. RTP we withdrew in 2016 because RTP wanted to renovate because wanted to bring this new. Wants to renovate because, and we now see this product, product just evolving. I think the format has got better because RTP put 1 year on silence to just think what we gotta do to make just keep relevant, keep it fresh, keep it. And we are seeing that as well.
Yeah, you know what? I think you are absolutely right. Thomas, what's your take on Portugal?
I like to continue with Harry's positivity. I think.
Oh, Thomas, I think we've got some Wi-Fi issues there. You seem to have frozen. No, I think Thomas. I think we've lost you momentarily there. We will come back to you in a moment. We seem to have lost your connection there. I'll come to Phil and Michelle, and then I will come back to you because your audio is breaking up. Phil and Michelle, what do you think on this?
Well, I'm not normally a big fan of ballads, but I really like this. As Harry said, Saudade is a Portuguese word, sort of about longing. But my understanding is it's about longing for something you've lost and permanently lost. It's like the heart of traditional Portuguese fado music, but this isn't really fado music in the musical style, but in the lyrics it's a similar sort of thing, but it's really haunting and understated and beautiful. I really like it.
Oh my God. Oh God. Oh, it's like the realization of the fact that I agree with Phil. Boo. I think this is brilliant. I think the way she sings it is amazing. It captivates you, and she's a stunning woman, and you can't help but sort of look at her and listen to what she's saying to you. And I think the staging, I think it needs to be simplistic. I think you can't have like lots of backing singers like dancing around or anything or anything like that. I think you need the simplicity of it. And I mean, and she did the sort of clapping like that, and we've had the clapping like this as well. And I think that's what you need. You need the essence of Portugal in it. Oh, really, Vanya? Sorry. Sorry, I was reading what Vanya wrote. And I think this, I don't like a slow song, I like a weird thing or a banger or anything like that. But there's something about this that keeps my attention, and I've never skipped it at all on Spotify or anything. Wherever I am, I listen to it and it engages me, and I have no idea what she's on about, but I absolutely love it. And I think this is an easy quality.
I think it works well being partly in English and partly in Portuguese. I think that really works for the song.
Even the English bit, I've still no idea what she's going on about, but I bloody love it.
It's about missing someone that you've lost. Had a relationship with.
Yeah, you know that I'm a sucker for a bit of that. But I think this is fantastic. Yeah, I really do.
Hey, Loving the positive feedback. Thomas, let's come back to you.
Yeah, let's try again. I also absolutely love this song. It's pure and simple, simply understated. The staging in Turin, I think, should be just as simple as it was in the Portuguese final. Maybe even more simple. Keep it maybe completely acoustic. That could be brilliant. They sing it amazingly well. Definitely a qualifier for the final.
Hey, brilliant. Thanks, Thomas. So, guys, thumbs at the ready for the final time this evening as well. Is it a qualifier?
Germany.
They don't compete in semi-finals. So, but let's see where you go. Play along at home as well after 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey, there we go. It's a full house. It's our first full house of the evening. I can't help but feel there should be some kind of special tune we play when we get a full house on here. But the panel say Portugal, definite qualifier, with agreement from Chris, Dr. Ross, Tristan, Anita, Anya, Dan, Vanya, Fernanda, Andrew. We have a thumbs down from Martin. We have a borderline from Lee. Thumbs up from Ian as well. What a way to finish looking at the semi-finalists that we're looking at this evening. But there is still one song to go. And you may be thinking, which one is it? You may also have been paying attention to Michelle as, yes, we head into Central Europe. And we are off to Germany. Malik Harris is representing Germany this year with the song Rockstars. Germany have been a bit of a mixed bag lately, really. They won in 2010 with Satellite. They had a reasonable placing in 2011, but they've got their share of kind of propping up the scoreboard as well, having come 25th a few times as well. But then they also came 4th in 2018. I mean, like, what is that about? I've got this down as a song that's kind of mid-tempo, awesome beat, a bit of rap thrown in. I've got it down as a very teenage song. And I think maybe because that just reminds me of the music that I listened to when I was a teenager, which wasn't that long ago, clearly. Joe, kick this one off for us.
I'm still laughing at that comment, Tom. Yeah, not that long ago, right? You know. Then again, ancient for me. I can't talk, can I? Yeah, I absolutely love this song from Germany. I really do. It's just catchy. That chorus just gets me every time. I like him. I like his personality. I like the fact that he's got all the backing from his family. You know, when we were watching, you know, the German national final, and his dad being there and everything, it was just really sweet. And yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people probably sort of took a dig at the lyrics and thinking, well, he's so young and he's singing about the days, you know, reminiscing about the old days, and you know, how dare he? But to me, I just think it's just a very, very feel good song for all ages, let's say. So I think they'll do well. I mean, I don't think it's a winner, not by any stretch of the imagination, but yeah, I think it's as you said, as Michelle said earlier, it's better than last year. There you go.
This is true, and to be clear, we don't feel hate towards Jendrik.
No,
we just, you know, at the same time,
you feel sorry, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe you could have done more with the staging. Let's go to Thomas on this. What is your take on Malik Harris's Rockstars?
I also love it. I think he sings it well. He sings it with great passion. I like the transition between the singing and the rap. especially when he goes from rap to singing at the end of the song. I just think it's absolutely amazing. Will he do well in the final? Probably not. I hope he ends somewhere in the middle of the scoreboard, but it could potentially be another disaster for Germany. I hope not, but it could be.
I think this could be a dark horse for Germany. I love the comment from Tristan and Martin, who both said it. It's very Eminem meets Ed Sheeran with a good hook. Martin said it's a mix of Ed Sheeran and early angry Eminem. Georgina agrees as well. Phil and Michelle, I mean, obviously, you listen to Eminem all the time, being down with the kids.
I'm down with the youth.
Exactly. Guys, what do you think of Germany's chances this year?
Well, it is. It's basically Stan.
Tea's gone cold, I wonder why.
There's Stan! I hate you, you're a bastard. I mean, basically, that's what it is.
It's Stan by Eminem. That's it.
It's
Stan. It's not a bad song. It's singing well.
It's not a bad song if it was in 1999.
But it's Stan by Eminem.
Yeah.
That's the problem with it.
Yeah.
Thing is, sorry, I just have to say this. The moment you say, 1999, in the context of this song, you've just given me flashbacks to living my life without you, with the red Chicago Bulls T-shirt.
Do you know what, Tom? You're welcome.
To the stage.
You're welcome. Do you know what really annoyed me about this song was the fact that he was started off and he sat playing his piano and everything and all that, and then he stands up. And he's like, he's never playing that piano. That piano just carried on. It wasn't a glitch or anything. You're not playing it. Don't sit there and pretend you're playing it.
He barely plays the guitar.
Because you're not playing it.
He's wearing.
He's dragging that guitar around. He barely plays a note on it. While you're dragging that guitar around, just don't bother. Just leave it and get some better staging. It's like, you don't need it.
He's got a great voice. He performs it well.
It does. In 1999.
But it's Stan. It is Stan.
I can't get past the fact that it's Stan. It's like... To be fair, it's not as bad as last year's German song, but I can see it doing just as well. It's not a quali for me, Tom.
If only Germany went through the semi-finals. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I think I agree with Tristan this year. I think I'm gonna make a prediction. I reckon that all of the big five could actually finish outside the 20s this year, and I reckon they might actually. I'm not suggesting that Germany might not come 19th. What I'm suggesting is I think that basically...
Italy?
No, you're wrong. You're wrong, Tom.
I reckon that, the last bottom 5 places won't go to the big 5 this year. I reckon they're going to go...
Right, the bottom, sorry.
No, that's what I'm saying, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
No, I thought you were talking
4
about...
of them won't be in the bottom, but one of them will, and it'll be Germany.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
It's Stan.
David, are you a fan of rap?
I like about Germany's song. I think it's really very interesting to listen to. I think it's very radio friendly. I think Germany. I think it's gonna avoid the top 5 this year. I think I got really is the weakest of the big 5, but I think the song is still good. I think the big 5 did very well this year, but Germany, I think Germany will probably finish top 20, just to begin this slow process of recuperating themselves, because they have this run of bad luck, and we don't know what is happening with Germany and with Arta. But I think Germany, if Malik can be good, if Malik performs well, doesn't miss anything, he can do really well, probably between top 20, top 15 at least.
Okay, so basically we're looking kind of like mid-table to low mid-table for him. Just have to bring up this comment. Mr. Whatever. Yes, because Eminem is an artist the youth still listens to. You have to remember that some days I wake up and still think it's around about 2005, with all the culture that entails, which is exactly where I position myself. Someone who is down with the youth, though, is Harry. Wrap this one up for us.
So I absolutely love this song. Love it. I'd actually put this in my top 5. Controversial. I'm going to really throw it out there. I just think it's brilliant. I get the rap part, bit of Eminem. I also get Justin Bieber vibes from it as well. I don't know why. I kind of get a bit of a Bieber vibe from it. I get torn between what I like and what I think will do well. I like this song, but I'm honest enough to know that it probably won't run well in the final. I think it will probably be, top 15 at a push. I think it will do better than anticipated. I think it will pick up some votes, but it's one of the weaker songs out of the top 5, big 5, I should say. Sorry, but I really like it. It's my partner's favourite, but that doesn't really mean anything because she doesn't like the Eurovision anyway. So that pretty much means nothing to me. But I like it. I really like the song. I think it's clever. I think there's a few bits going on. I think he comes across well. So yeah, it'd be interesting. I think he'll do better than people are predicting him to do, and I hope he does as well. So I'll end on a positive.
That's what we always like. Got to end on a positive. It's a top 5 for Anya as well, and it's in Michelle's. It's a solid top 39 for Michelle as well. Yes, I've noticed you, Michelle, joining in the chat room as well. Always getting the laughs. Guys, that is it. That is the end of tonight's show. In a moment, I'm going to ask you what your favourite entry is that we have actually looked at this evening. Whilst you guys deliberate, and don't forget to play along at home with that as well, let me just remind you of what's coming up next on ESC Fan TV, because we are back again on Tuesday, 8 o'clock Central European time. It helps if I put the right one up, which I think I have. Yes, 8 o'clock Central European time. We are back on the 5th of April, looking at Cyprus, France, Bulgaria, Lithuania, and Azerbaijan. So a slightly earlier time. That's 8 o'clock Central European time. That's 7 o'clock UK time. Although don't forget, you can always catch up on the show on YouTube afterwards. And also, if you click the like and subscribe button and ding-a-dong our bell, you can get those notifications the moment we go live as well. Now, panel, what was your favourite song this evening? We're going to go around clockwise. It's time to start with Phil and Michelle.
Lock me up, lock me down, lock me in, lock me out, lock me sideways. Circus, Mircus.
Portugal. No.
Georgia.
Georgia all the way.
Two votes for Georgia it is. Thomas.
Definitely Portugal.
Portugal. David, do we even ask?
I think for me, I think it's gonna be MARO. MARO on this show. I think it's gonna be MARO.
Hey, it's a vote. Another vote for Portugal. Harry.
It's got to be Germany for me. We could be the Rockstars.
Hey.
Come on, Michelle. What we get?
Joe.
It's Georgia.
Hey, so we've got 2 for Georgia, 1 for Germany, 2 for Portugal. I'll be honest, I'm siding with Portugal this evening as well. In the chat room, Chris has gone for Portugal, Tristan's gone for Georgia, so is Ian. Anita, it's a vote for Germany. Vanya, I think is that just a 3-way split, or is it a vote for Ireland? I don't know, but we're going to say Ireland, Georgia, Portugal. Fernanda is Portugal. Anya is Germany. Lee wants a reminder. You've got Portugal, Ireland, Australia, Georgia, and Germany to pick from. Mr. Whatever has gone Portugal. Tracy's gone Georgia. Dr. Ross has gone Portugal. Dan's gone Georgia. Sean's gone Georgia. Wow, I think there's a bright mix there, but it looks like Portugal and Georgia are definitely coming out on top this evening. And alas, on that bombshell, that is it. And it's time to say goodbye. I'd like to say a massive thanks to my panel this evening. A big thanks to Phil and Michelle.
You're right, we've loved it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, t-shirts are available.
Hey. I'd like to say a big thanks to Thomas.
Thank you for having me, and I see you all in Amsterdam.
Hey! Big thanks to David.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for the wonderful show, and I will see you Tuesday.
Hey! A big thanks to Harry, although Harry seems to have dropped off on the connection, but also a big thanks to the lovely Joe as well.
Oh, thank you very much, everyone. I will also see you in Amsterdam and some of you in London and tomorrow at Kano as well. So, yeah, come and say hi if you see me.
Do you know what? I'm going to start saying hashtag Joe on tour. I think it suits it all.
I am on
quite
tour,
well.
and also, you know, I am very likely to be going to Turin as well. So come and say hello, Joe on tour.
Hey! Absolutely love it. Guys, we are back on Tuesday, 8 o'clock Central European time, 7 o'clock UK time. In the meantime, check out the rest of our content on YouTube. Also, keep the conversation going. Join in with the Facebook group. Join in on Instagram as well. And don't forget to click the like and subscribe button here too. And also, just a cursory reminder, vote in the ESC Fan TV Awards. The links are all over our social media. We've had over 200 votes since we launched the voting on Tuesday this week. And what can we say? We'd love to hear from you too. We'll be back on Tuesday, but until then, it's bye for now. Bye-bye.